Welcome to the Empty Netters Podcast.
Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all?
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses, ran into you guys, and that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters Podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Dan Powers. On the sticks, our boy Sean. What the hell? Sean Buffini is not here. He is still stuck in Ireland. But on
He's
my
flying.
left,
He's in the air right now.
he sure is. And the man you just heard, my co-host, my brother, a man who's in his 30s and still wears boxers with holes in them.
Because they're my
Powers.
lucky boxers, as always. I have a lot of lucky boxers.
Is that actually why?
I have only lucky boxers.
Let me ask you a question. Are you being serious?
So I used.
Are
to
you
be,
being serious?
Can I answer in full?
No, yes or no?
Yes. With shades of gray.
You know, that's shades of gray. You can't be your age and think that lucky boxers are a thing.
So the reason I wanted to answer is because I used to do that for real, and then now I don't. And dude, now if I get holes in boxers, I throw them right out. See you later.
Yeah.
I don't need this. But there is one remaining pair of boxers in my dresser that has holes, and not you've seen old boxers. I used to wear holy fucking boxers.
Yeah, and he does not mean holy in the biblical sense.
Now I just mean like there's like a hole around the band. You know, it's not even a bat. If you saw it, you'd be like, throw those out, but that's not. You've come a long way, and it's only one pair, and you are gonna laugh, dude. But it is a pair of boxers. You know, I'm superstitious with sports.
Yeah.
That I was wearing for the first playoff game that when Brady went to the Bucks. I just happened to wear them randomly on that Sunday. And then I had done laundry that week, and I was getting ready for the Brady's next game. And I was like, well, I'll wear those boxers again. And then I wore them 4 in a row, and then he won the bowl in Tampa. And since then, they've gotten a hole. They didn't have a hole then. Since then, they've gotten a hole, but I was too sentimental to throw them out.
Yeah, okay. So here's the thing, and then we're going to move on. You don't play football.
Yes.
You are not on that team.
Yes,
and then
I do.
And then I'll take you one further. Tom doesn't play anymore.
He doesn't know who I am. Actually, he might.
Yeah, he probably does.
That would be gas.
That would be sick. He's not playing anymore. You can throw those
No,
boxers
I'm rooting
on.
for him in his announcing career.
You're telling me every time Tom's on the national broadcast, you wear those boxers?
Come on, Tom.
God, you are a sick guy.
All right, we got a lot to get through today, dude.
Tons to get through. We've got lots of hot ice. We've got a beer league hotline. We're breaking stuff down. So let's jump right into it. Before we get into our Olympic roster reactions.
Yep.
We've got to talk about the NHL, folks. We're back. We are back. It's after Christmas, after New Year's. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's just do a quick rundown of the league right now. Broken it by division, just to give everyone a recap of what's going on. We'll start in the Atlantic. Tampa's back.
Dude, Tampa's been so streaky all year, but they're on
So
another
streaky.
heater right now. They've won 7 in a row. But the biggest thing for me is they have the second best goal diff in the league, which confirms to me how good they are.
Correct.
So I bet, here we go jinxing Tampa again. I bet they go on another skid soon. And everyone's going to go, they're not good. You're wrong. They are good. They're going to be a real problem in playoffs, depending who they get in the first round, because hilariously, like right now, it's 1 point away from being Florida in the first round as the wild card, you know? So like,
Oh, dude. Could you actually imagine if like Chucky comes back, all these guys get healthy, and then all of a sudden they just get the wild card and play Tampa in the first round?
I will say Detroit, Montreal, and Tampa have separated themselves a little bit. In a really congested division, they have kind of taken a bit of a step.
A bit of a step.
Yep.
But don't forget, so that's another thing. Habs 6-2-2 in their last 10. They've righted the ship a bit. I think that they were slipping a little bit. They've got to move one of the goalies. Mm-hmm. You've got a great opportunity here. Look at the cap that team has.
Yep.
We're hearing a lot of rumors and a lot of rumblings about guys that they could add, and they got to do it.
Yep.
I think the time is now, but they are in second. Detroit, for over Christmas, they went on a great little run. They were in first in the Atlantic for a bit. Things feel awesome. They're third.
Yep.
And they have 2 games on Tampa, 1 game on Montreal. So, like, they're not that comfy in third.
Agree, but you got to win those games, like you
Yes,
always say. The team's
but
behind them.
I will say quickly about Detroit. Someone asked on Hockey Talk, what does this team need? I said they need a 2C and they need a very good defenseman. And emphasis on the defenseman. They need to add a defenseman. And I'm going to say this, man. They are a -7 in goal diff.
Yeah.
And they're third in the Atlantic. That has to improve. Defense will help that. And also, the last several years when they've been on the bubble of playoffs, and we've been like, make a move, Stevie.
Yeah.
He doesn't make
I know.
moves. The time is now. Absolutely, with the shape of the Atlantic, I'm looking right at you, Steve Yzerman, and right at you, Detroit fans. This is the time to strike. If the Detroit Red Wings do not make a significant deadline trade this year, we should be rioting in the streets of Detroit.
Yeah, you're fired.
Which is terrible because the city of Detroit is back.
Yeah.
Like, that downtown area, it's fantastic.
Mom spaghetti.
We can't slip again. We can't slip again. So, need Detroit to make a move because I do think you're right. I don't know when everyone's coming back in Florida, but it does feel like these three teams specifically, they should finish in whatever order, 1, 2, and 3 in the Atlantic.
Huge shout out Buffalo. Great push here. I still think Florida. I'm not worried about Florida at all. They're going to be great. Could you dead the Leafs? It's still too close.
It is too close to effectively dead them.
Yep.
But I am here to say that like they're dead in my mind. I'm
Okay.
like, you're dead, dude.
Yeah.
Like, because it's honestly, it's one of these things. What we talked about a couple episodes ago, I was like, things need to change. Significant moves need to be made. It will be better for the Toronto Maple Leafs to miss playoffs, so they are forced to do something. I actually believe that. And Buffalo, dude, keep going.
Keep going.
We changed the vibes.
It's incredible.
Keep going, Buffalo. That wild
Let's
card
go,
spot
Buffalo.
is in
Let's
your
go,
sights.
Buffalo. God.
Now to the Met. Carolina is in first.
Yep.
But Slavin out is becoming a real big issue. He's just getting knock after knock after knock.
If he is the type of player though that as long as he's healthy, like I would actually just sit him out till playoffs now because I'm like, you don't need reps
And like you're surviving.
and you're the best team in the Met. Like
Yeah.
I would be like, dude, you're fine. It doesn't matter at all. If he's hurt forever, then yes. But I'm like, it doesn't matter.
They are another team we talk about. They have, shockingly, they have cap space.
Yep.
Because you look at all the unbelievable moves they've made since the Rantanen debacle. And you see these guys, they add great contracts here and there. Take away the LTIR if you're going to have Slavin out, Jarvie out for a little bit more. They've got $8 million in cap space, dude. A little bit more than 8.
God, and they've been so hurt. They've been so hurt all year.
Bussy has been a revelation.
Yep.
But Piotr out.
Yep.
Freddie has been struggling. Freddie is, I've said, it has not been announced, but Freddie's retiring after this year.
Freddie not fresh. Not fresh.
I think Carolina. We talked about maybe moving one of the goalies in Montreal. Maybe Montembeault.
That's interesting.
Traded to Carolina, get
back up
Bussy some help.
Yep.
Would it be the most horrifying thing of all time if after everything he's done for this team, if they traded Freddie or like benched Freddie,
Win cup.
and then they won the cup? That would be absolutely horrible. But Carolina, still in first, but they've got to do something. The New York Islanders,
Incredible.
They continue
incredible.
They continue to be the best show in hockey.
Yep.
It's I feel like that Palmieri injury, everyone was like, oh,
Me.
fuck,
I was
we're
like,
dead.
that'll do it. Yep.
Because he's just so valuable to that team. Here they are in second. Schaeff is a god.
Yep.
The vibes continue to be so high, and they're interesting. I think they're like 5-4-1 in their last 10. Like they lose some here and there, but like they're scrappy, dude. This is a playoff team.
We say word vibes a lot. Everybody does, and I think Barzy or somebody made a comment that was like Schaeff has completely changed the vibes here. Clutter said it.
Yeah.
Or no, but a player said it.
Oh yes,
recently.
yeah.
It is a fact. This happens, and I'm telling you, this team literally is having too much fun to not be good. They are a candidate for me to regress next year, just because this happens. Like you saw the Blue Jackets last year. You know, I hope they don't, but I'm saying they could.
Yep.
But I no longer fear a regression this season because it's too locked in now. They are having a fucking blast. And that's enjoy. Hey, everyone on Long Island, enjoy the ride because you're getting this till fucking May.
I agree. Like I think this team is a playoff team. They're making playoffs. I don't see this slowing down at all. And how about the Philadelphia Flyers? Because let's be clear. We're talking about Carolina in first, Islanders buzzing here. Philly has 2 less games played. And if they get 2 wins, they are tied with Carolina in first in the Met.
Year one talk, dude.
You got Zegras finding his game again. This team is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And year one talk, as you said, is always very good. So I look at this situation You look at the Met. Both wildcard teams right now in the East are Met teams, Pitt and Washington. Washington, massive skid.
Yeah.
Massive skid. 3-5-2 in their last 10. Pitt, don't look now.
Dude, they're
5 straight wins, and they are the first
Sid's a
wildcard
machine.
spot. So 2 things about those teams. I think Washington is a better team than Pittsburgh. I think on paper
Yes.
they are better, and I think in reality they are slightly better. They're in a really bad skid right now. Let's see if they can pull up. I think Philadelphia can keep this up. If you look at point percentage, Philadelphia is better than literally everyone in the Met except Carolina. And they could be a playoff team here. So if you're looking at a wild card for one of the Met teams or maybe someone to jump into that third spot, I would say I think it's Washington.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to tell you, my nightmare is Pittsburgh just missing
Same.
playoffs this year.
I've been saying this the whole time.
What
Yeah.
what they are doing right now is unacceptable.
Yep.
I either need you guys to keep winning like this and like get in the top 3, but if you are a bubble team and like we just see Sid stay on this team and miss playoffs again, Malkin stays on the team, they miss playoffs again, I will lose my mind.
Same.
I will
It'd be
absolutely
so bad.
lose my
I'm still not worried about Jersey. That might come back to bite me, but I'm still not worried about Jersey.
Yeah. Central, easiest discussion in the world. Avs are the best team on earth, and I genuinely, for my money, I think Dallas and Minnesota are the second and third best teams
Yep.
in the league.
The
The NHL runs through the Central.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And unfortunately for the Central, it's going to be such a nightmare getting out of the Central that I worry about them in the Western Conference Finals and Finals from what it's going to take to get through that juggernaut. A couple quick things in the Central for me. The Blues are a minus 39 goal diff. I'm pretty sure it's the worst in the league. Puke.
Horrible.
Yet somehow aren't the worst team in the league. And I give them credit for that. That's all I have to say. There's been a lot of rumblings about, like, what are they doing with Monty? And I'm like, listen, they are not keeping the puck out of their net in a way that is responsible at the NHL level, and they're not the worst team in the league. So just fucking hang your head on that. Also, they're not making playoffs, but stick taps to the Preds, who I said would be okay, and I got rinsed for this, and everybody was like, they suck, and they started okay, then got horrible again. Stick tap to the Preds for playing up to their potential a little bit.
Yep.
Winnipeg Jets, dead?
Okay. Real quick on the Preds, Stamkos has had a great last 15 games.
Stamkos is incredible. Dude.
Yeah. Great last 15 games. The Winnipeg Jets are dead.
They're the worst team in the league.
I think they're dead.
It's fascinating.
I at this point, I'm not entirely sure what you can even expect for you. You got 41 games left.
Oh, dude.
What is Connor Hellebuck going to do coming off an injury in 41 games? Like, are you missing playoffs?
I think Dan, they're going to get the first overall pick.
Yeah.
They're getting Gavin McKenna.
Insane. What a nightmare.
That one is shocking. I always say this. There's always one massive surprise. That one is shocking.
I said, I know people want to act like this isn't that big of a deal, but when Ehlers left, I was like, this is a big deal. He had a slow start in Carolina, has started to buzz since, but it's not just the losing of the player, which I do think was a big loss. It is the message it sends, and then I think things changed when Kyle Connor signed his extension. I was sure Kyle Connor was gone. My question for you is, does Kyle Connor regret that extension?
I think
when you look at Winnipeg, I know, by the way, Winnipeg is a very coveted job. Like, there are people talking right now, like, if that head coaching job becomes available, there are guys like Pete DeBoer, guys out there who are looking for another job, and they're like Winnipeg. And it's coveted because you have Mark Scheifele, you have Connor Hellebuck, you have Josh Morrissey, and you have Kyle Connor signed to significant extensions, amongst others. However, like, you don't like losing in Winnipeg. If you are up in Winnipeg on that team, you are not happy losing. So, like, this is really tough.
it's crazy because you go, I was one of the people going, the last couple of years going, I'm not sure they're that good. And then every year they go, we're the fucking President's Trophy. And I'm like, sorry.
I know, but it's another one of those things. Like, and listen, we love our peggers.
Yep.
We really do. But whether it be Hellebuck or not, it's like that Blues series was like, what the fuck are we doing here, folks? And then they just like didn't even stand a chance in the next. So
scary times.
Scary times.
Get
and
Gavin
like,
McKenna though. Then it's an even cooler job.
Yeah, or it's even scarier because you're like, what's
McKenna stinks. He can't do anything.
Stop it. But yeah, Jets. Yikes. We got to figure this shit out. All right, and then on to the Pacific. Vegas somehow is in first, but they have been poop. They have been a poopy team.
So weird.
2-5-3 in their last 10. Like they're just like yucky.
They've
to
lost.
watch.
I think they've lost like 6 in a row.
Yeah, I mean they're
Or 5 it must be, but yeah, they've lost a shitload of games in a row.
They are a yucky team right now. It's not great. And then ho-hum, what I've been saying all year, Edmonton in second place.
And they were the Hawks got or the Knights got their OT loss point late last night, and before that, Oilers were in first. Like I was like, oh, here we go.
And then third, the Duckies,
Also struggling.
2-6-2 in their last 10. Are you worried about the Duckies?
A little bit, only because some of the shit that was working, like Kreider had 13 goals in 26 games to start the season, then hasn't scored since December 1st now.
Yeah.
It's like little things like that where I'm like, oh, I need those guys to get going again. Yeah. So I'm a little worried, but I think they're making playoffs still.
Yep, me too. Can I share with you a hilarious stat?
Yeah.
There is not a single team in the Pacific Division with a positive goal differential.
It's a tragedy. And Dan, the Atlantic was like that most of the year and almost still is, except for Tampa, who is plus 32. So it's like, oh.
You're like, whoa, what the fuck?
But no, the Pacific is a tragedy. And again, I look at the Pacific right now and I go, literally none of these teams could even dream of a Stanley Cup. But one of these teams is going to get an exhausted Central team in the Western Conference Finals and could just beat them.
I know. I don't know, though. Those three, there is not a single team, and I include Vegas and Edmonton. And I know Edmonton fans will say famous last words, idiot.
Yeah.
But there is not a single team in the Pacific that I think even holds a candle to any of those three Central teams.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about experience. Like, they're just better teams.
Yep.
And it's, like, not close. In the cover of darkness, Seattle is in the first wild card spot.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like
it's insane.
Seattle's just been shat on all year. But again, they a good little 10-game stretch, but like they're leaky for sure. Always want to show love to our Sharkies, who are just I think they're tied in points with the two wildcard teams right now. So they're flirting with it.
Oh, they're in the mix.
And they're 6-4 in their last 10. But the LA Kings need a quick discussion. They got a big shootout win on Saturday against the Wild. My big question here, though, is what are we doing? And we don't like talking about people's jobs. We don't ever like saying someone should lose their job. I am just simply asking a question. How does Jim Hiller still have a job? It feels like every single time they lose, for the last 20 games, Chris, it feels like every time they lose, the entire media world goes,
ooh, that could be it. Yeah.
And we're done here.
Yep.
I mean, I forget what game it was, but there was a weekend stretch. It was right before one of their road trips where the entire, the team had to make a statement. Ken Holland made a statement that was like, there is nothing going on here.
Yep.
So there is smoke. The question is there fire? And the other question is, at what point does it become too late?
Right.
Like there are way too many great and talented players on this roster, in my opinion, being used incorrectly. Mm-hmm. The power play continues to be a tragedy. I do not understand. Again, I'm not saying anything should happen. I'm just saying I am shocked.
Surprised nothing has. Especially with Kobe's last year. The fact that they're like, this is the last ride, I'm like, correct. Something has to be done here. Yeah. And you can say the Penguins haven't done shit with Crosby, and I hear you, but I'm just saying, scary times.
All right, that is it for Hot Ice. Now we are jumping into our reactions of the Olympic rosters. What was that?
I'm fired up, dude.
Oh, okay. Fired up. All right, we're going to start with Team Canada. We'll get into Team USA. Quickly, I'll just brush over Sweden and Finland's rosters. I know, and like we've got other teams here, of course. But I think some of the other teams' rosters, everything made a lot of sense. I don't have a ton of gripes with any of the other rosters. However, Canada and USA need discussion. Starting with Team Canada, forwards named to the team: Macklin Celebrini, Anthony Cirelli, Sidney Crosby, Brandon Hagel, Bo Horvat, Nathan McKinnon, Brad Marchand, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, Braden Point, Sam Reinhart, Mark Stone, Nick Suzuki, Tom Wilson. Getting into the defense: Drew Doughty, Thomas Harley, Cale Makar, Josh Morrissey, Colton Parayko, Travis Sanheim, Shea Theodore, Devon Taves, and goalies: Jordan Binnington, Darcy Kemper, Logan Thompson.
Yep.
Initial thoughts.
My initial thoughts are, because theirs came out first, Canada one came out first, and I remember thinking, wow, dude, they have screwed up. Some I expected, some we called.
Yep.
and some were truly shocking. Let me give you my expected, and especially because I know you disagree with this. I'm kind of shocked. Neither of the Woods, but Mackenzie Blackwood didn't make it we both agree. I thought it should have been over Binnington. It should have been Blackwood, Kemper, and LT. Since they were automatically taking Binner, I would have taken Blackwood over Kemper just based on literally how good he is right now.
And I want to jump. You're just wrong.
Yep.
Like,
clearly.
Look at the team that is in front of the Woods, and look at the fact that the Kings are a playoff team with how they're playing for various reasons, and Kemper is literally dragging them in these games.
But the team in front of the Woods at Olympics will be
I understand, but my point is, if Darcy Kemper was the goalie of the Colorado Avalanche still, which is funny.
Yeah, right.
I legitimately don't know if they would have lost.
They would have
a
zero
game this year.
losses.
I think they would literally be undefeated.
And Kemper has had big game experience.
Yes.
So
Stanley Cup winner.
Okay. Jarvie.
Insane.
Hurt, right? Like I know that's part of it where it's like, oh, he's pretty banged up. But again, they could have been like, we'll sub you out if you're too hurt to go. Yep. And I just in a way that I don't want to blow this point yet, but Canada did some stuff that Team USA didn't do from the Four Nations roster, which I found really surprising. And not having Jarvie there with the way they were vibing with those guys in Four Nations is kind of crazy to me because he played all over the lineup. He did everything and they all loved him.
The big thing for me is exactly what you just said. Seth Jarvis in 34 games has 19 goals, 10 assists for 29 points. Bo Horvat in 36 games has 21 goals, 12 assists for 33 points. Everyone, when they talk about Bo Horvat making this team, they go, dude, he's got 21 goals. And I'm like, well, Seth Jarvis has 19 goals, less games, and was on the Four Nations roster and played great. So for me, Jarvis being as good as he is, having a career year right now, when he was on that team, it felt like he was already on the team and then has only improved. So to get bumped stings. He had all the greatest quotes about it. Like he said all the right things. And I'm like, I mean, that's just who he is. He's just the best. But that one hurts for sure. Yes. And I do think he was done a little dirty, if I'm being honest.
One that I'm just sad about is Schaefer. Super young, but like, and again, you have plenty of elite puck moving power play QBs on this team. Yeah. It's honestly what happened to Lane Hudson too, where it's like you're kind of redundant, but I just think you almost reward him for the vibes alone, dude. For the vibes alone.
I know, seriously. Someone said recently, they were like, "What you had the opportunity with Matthew Schaefer to do what you did with Drew Doughty in 2010, and like take this like young stud." I think that's a little bit of a boost. Like this is literally Schaefer's rookie year. That was not Drew's rookie year. Schaefer is just turned 18. You know, like I think I know Dewey was 20 in 2010, maybe 21.
I can't remember.
Well, he's the exact same age as me. I should know this. Yeah. Like, how old was I?
Do the math.
Yeah, like, come on, Dan. Yeah, he's like 2021. Like, it wasn't, it wasn't that similar. I'm totally with you. It feels like a guy that I'm like, shit. But we talked about, like, the left side of their D is so strong. So
that's the problem.
He's one that I'm like, that would have been a blast to see him. But, like, I get it. We always talk about I think the most important thing to discuss with these rosters. If one guy was in and one guy was out, we'd be having the same conversation in reverse.
Yes, fair. Very
so, like,
fair.
let's talk about Anthony Cirelli and Sam Bennett. Both guys who are on that Four Nations roster, both guys who are dogs. Mm-hmm. We talked about the importance of dogs. Mm-hmm. Both are absolute dogs. Both were great on that team. Both are incredibly instrumental for their teams. Both are phenomenal human beings that everyone wants in the locker room. If Sam Bennett, I think it's bullshit that Sam Bennett's not on this team.
Yeah, that was a big one for me where we both kind of talked ourselves into it in that recording.
Literally.
And I was like, oh yeah, and he's been so much better too, like the last 20 games.
That's the thing.
So I'm like, bro.
It's like he's played so much fucking hockey, battling so many injuries, and he had a slow start, right? And people were like, I mean, Benny had a slow start. Dude,
yeah.
He has 14 goals, 17 assists for 31 points in 41 games.
Yep.
Like,
which, by the way, how many points did he have last year? 55?
Yeah.
Like he's on pace for better
to do
season.
exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking beast. If Bennett made it and Cirelli didn't, we'd be having the same conversation. That's my point. We'd be going, how do you not have Anthony Cirelli on this fucking team? So it's just the Canadian roster is just a really, really tough one. We always talk about how you could field a second Canadian team at the Olympics and they'd probably fucking medal. It's insane.
I know. Their B team is nuts.
The guys on the team, every single person who's on this team deserves to be on this team. I truly believe that. I'm so glad Tom Wilson made it. I'm so glad Nick Suzuki made it. Mark Stone, dude, is a guy like we brought up. We were like, is Mark Stone like too much of a Band-Aid? And then you look at his points and you're like, what the fuck? And we talked to a couple Canadian gold medalists who are in the NHL right now just recently, and everyone is like, oh, Mark Stone is on this team, dude.
Yes.
Like, so I think that's important.
He was one of my automatics.
Like, if you're Canadian and you're a fan of this team, the guys on this team are like, Mark fucking Stone is on this team. So you look at the roster, and there's really no one that I'm like, this guy's got to be bumped. The D is really the only area for me where, I think I'm a little surprised with the Jacob Chychrun omission. Talk to some people in the league, and there are people who think, oh yeah, Chychrun's a little one-dimensional, like he's just kind of an offensive talent. And I think that's harsh, frankly. I think his last 2 seasons speak for themselves. And when you look at this team, you look at this lineup, and I look at Cale Makar, I look at Josh Morrissey and how great they are, how offensive they are, how well they can work a power play. And I still look at Drew and how he can work a power play. And we talked about Erik Karlsson at Four Nations when he's playing with a guy like Victor Hedman, when he doesn't have to be the guy. He was
so good.
Fucking poetry at Four Nations. And I look at Drew and I'm like, if you put Drew with one of these fucking beasts on the blue line, put him with a Harley, put him with a Parayko, put him with, something like that, you're like, oh, fucking Drew can really get in his bag here. So those are when I'm like, yeah, I get it. And like Sanny is just such a good fucking defenseman. So yeah, I think the discussion with Team Canada is more, God, they just have so many good players.
It's very well said that you're like, we would have been mad about the other person. That's a really good call. And you're right, but I just think this might make no sense, but I just think some are okay to be mad about. Here's the best example I can give you. This is a ridiculous sports crossover, but I was talking about this watching a game with someone yesterday. A D lineman jumped offside on a 4th down on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Automatic first down. And I go, you can't do that. And they go, yeah, but you got to be ready. Like, you don't want them to just hike it and you're a half second delayed and they run it for a first down. And I go, yes, I do, because I fucked up in both scenarios, but I can live with this one, And I think there's players that they fucked up on because they have 2 wagon teams that some I could have lived with more than others. For example, I think if you put Mark Scheifele on this team,
I'm glad you brought him up. He's the last guy that I wanted to bring up because
this is my biggest one for Canada.
There's a guy, when we get to USA, there's a guy who, in my opinion, is incredibly comparable to Mark Scheifele's situation.
So if you go, hey, Chris, Mark Scheifele's on the team and Cirelli is off.
Yeah.
I go, fuck, I can't believe Anthony Cirelli didn't make that team. He's worthy of that team. He was on Four Nations. He can do everything. He deserves to be on that team. But I can live with that, I think, more than I can live with Mark Scheifele not making it this year, right now, in this moment in time.
Yeah, it's so difficult.
For example,
Mark Scheifele is top 10 in points in the NHL. 20 goals, 28 assists.
Yep.
He's on the worst team in the NHL.
Yep.
Which is crazy to say about the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
I always bring this up. You just brought up Anthony Cirelli. I do think something that people need to understand, and I tried to say this when we did our roster predictions.
Yeah.
People want to bring up Connor Bedard all the time. There are guys, you need to remember, experience does matter.
Absolutely.
Big game situations do matter. Stanley Cup playoffs, Stanley Cup finals, these things matter. Previous Olympics matter. Now, Mark Scheifele does not have that, obviously. But when you're building a team like this, I absolutely do believe in the roster building and the situational
you do.
setup.
I do less, but yeah.
And I respect that.
Yep.
But when I look at players, and you see it around the league, when guys are on teams in a bad situation where they're not getting top line minutes, therefore they can't thrive or they can't do their job.
Yeah,
there are guys like a Morgan Geekie, for example, who has been on various teams and he's been, a role player, middle six, bottom six, and then he gets on Boston in a good situation and he's like, I have great scoring touch. And now he has fucking 26 goals?
Yeah. I'm like, whoops.
Yeah. So when I looked at Connor Bedard, for example, I was like, the reason I didn't pick him and the reason I don't think he'll be on this team, and I think the reason he is not on this team, is because there is no spot for him. Connor Bedard playing fourth line wing on this team helps no one.
Yeah.
And when I look at a Mark Scheifele, who I picked to be on this team, I think the issue there is Anthony Cirelli on this team, or a Sam Bennett, frankly, playing the role that he'll be playing is better than Mark Scheifele playing that role. Because Mark Scheifele is not getting first-line minutes on this team. He's not getting second-line minutes on this team. So those are the ones where I'm like, fuck, okay, if you're a guy like him, you better be the biggest fucking locker room dude of all time. Now, I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying maybe if he were a bigger locker room guy that these boys and the coaches were like, he needs to be in this room, he'd be on the team. So I go on this rant is to say you brought up a Anthony Cirelli when talking about Scheifele, and I'm like, I don't think those guys are swapped. I think Nick Suzuki makes this team over him. I think a Bo Horvat made this team over him. Like, those are the guys I'm like, they got in over Scheifele, not Ant.
Well, I also think, and I didn't mean it's exactly 1-for-1, and I don't mean this one is exactly 1-for-1 either, but I think you can look at a Hagel and a Bennett type thing, and I know you had been like, Hagel's was a lock on this team. I don't think he was. I think he was in a conversation. I'll never know. The conversation's happening in the Canadian War Room, but I think he was in the mix of a lot of these guys we're naming, and this matters. This is life, but it is funny to me that it's like Cooper and Armstrong take Parenko and the Tampa guys, and like Sam Bennett gets left home. And
listen, I think that's so fair to bring up.
Jesus Christ!
But I don't know. I'm going to take this opportunity. He's my fucking dude. So like you can call this biased. I am so fucking sick of people sleeping on Brandon Hagel.
Oh, it's insane. The lack of respect his game gets.
It's fucking crazy, dude. And like when people bring up Brandon Hagel and they're like this, oh yeah, like he's kind of like a last type of guy picked. I'm like, are you fucking nuts, dude? He had 90 points last year.
It's insane.
He had 90 points last year, and he currently is a point-per-game guy. He has 1 goal less than 20 goals. Right? He's 19. I could have just said 19 goals, but it sounds cooler to say 20.
Yeah.
He has 19 goals in 36 fucking games. He is a top-line player on the top team in the Atlantic Division. Brandon Hagel is fucking nasty.
And like you had said before, does everything.
Yes.
So I'm like, whatever.
He does everything. He started the fights with Matthew Tkachuk in that game. Like, are you crazy? He is obviously on this team, and he's going to be huge in the Olympics. Are you ready to move on to Team USA?
Yes, as long as you don't want to say anything about Evan Bouchard.
No, it was the right decision.
Yep.
It's not even close.
It was close.
Of course it's close. He's a very good hockey player. Okay, Team USA. Lot to discuss here.
Yep. Read the lineup, or I'll read the lineup.
Yeah.
Forwards, Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, Jack Eichel, Jake Gensel, Jack Hughes, Clayton Keller, Dylan Larkin, Austin Matthews, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, Tage Thompson, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, Vincent Trocheck. Defensemen, Brock Faber, Noah Hannafin, Quinn Hughes, Seth Jones, Charlie McAvoy, Jake Sanderson, Jacob Slavin, Zach Werenski. Goaltenders, Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger, Jeremy Swayman.
I have two things quickly to say. One, I just want to go back to Canada. I love how we didn't even mention Macklin because it's so obvious that Macklin's
Oh, dude, yeah.
Like, just to be clear, because I know a lot of Sharks fans that listen and they know that we love Mac. There's nothing to say because he is obviously. It wasn't
even surprising to me.
He's a fucking absolute weapon. Okay, actually, my other thing that was going to be said is we're not even going to talk about goalie in this section because
these are the only goalies.
Those are the only goalies. They are the three goalies, and that is obvious. Who are you most happy for on this roster?
Oh, okay. So I guess I was surprised, you mean?
No, it can be not. It doesn't have to be a surprise. It can be like a I thought they were going to make it, and I'm just happy that they made it.
Okay, Tage Thompson. I thought he was. So people that don't know, at Four Nations there were guys in attendance for potential injury.
Yeah.
So you're like first alternate. You're Maverick ready 5.
Yeah.
And Tage Thompson was that guy at Four Nations. He was there. So that's why I think everybody was like, he's really close. I know he was really bummed to not get that experience. I think he deserved it then. I think he deserves it now. So I'm very pleased that he will be there. That's what I'm pumped about.
Love that pick. I think mine is, can I say 2?
Sure.
Clayton Keller
Yep.
and Seth Jones.
Oh, yeah.
I just think all the bullshit that Seth Jones has gotten throughout his
Totally.
career, people forgetting that he's a great player, and then being able to go to Florida, win a Stanley Cup, show everyone how good he is, and now make this team is very special. I'm so happy for him.
Especially put it this way, because I would say Seth Jones and Noah Hannafin surprised me. Because I think I had, in my mind, it was like Faber, I know Quinn and Charlie for sure, and then Faber, Slavin, and Werenski were my 5 locks. So I was really with 3 spots to play with. And we all had Jake Sanderson in. So it was really 2 spots. Seth Jones and Noah Hannafin surprised me. But when you look at my D snubs, just mine, it's Lane Hudson, who is like 4th in the league in points or something. But it's a similar deal to Schaefer, I would say, where skills a bit redundant. But people are Canadian fans for sure. But I get being mad about that. I don't agree totally, but I get being like, are you insane? But I just think the other people does it do his role.
Correct. You just, yeah. I mean, to me, it's like you don't have room. I sound like such an old head dude, but like, I need big defensemen.
Yep.
He's fucking 5'8".
Yep.
He's got short arms and a terrible gap, and we saw it in playoffs. Like, when you're up against very good competition, he didn't have a great playoffs. Now, he was a rookie.
Yeah.
But like, but my point is, yeah, he is a rookie, and yeah, I have Quinn Hughes on this team, who is also not that big, who is just as good, if not better, at running a power play. And I have Zach Werenski on this team, who is big and great at defense and also great at running a power play. There's just not room for more of that.
Yeah, and I would say the similar deal to Schaefer. Like, they didn't take Schaefer, maybe your time is coming. Do not worry at all. Yeah. Jackson Lacombe is someone I had on, but I'm not. This is one where I'm like, that would have been sick, but I'm not shocked with the decisions. Like, I have no issue with Seth Jones and Noah Hannafin, obviously. Adam Fox is the big surprise on the blue line. Yes. And I feel...
can I say,
yeah,
it is a big surprise, but also I get it, and I'm not shocked.
It wasn't a big surprise for me coming into the season. I said he shouldn't make it.
Yeah.
And then he just played so well this year that I was like, oh, they'll take him.
Yeah.
And Guerin, did you see Billy's point where he was like, we didn't make the decision based on one play because he was on the ice for the McDavid OT goal. But I was like, but you did make the decision based on one tournament, I think. He didn't say that. I'm just saying that's
fair,
how.
But that's fair.
Agree. I'm just saying, he's like, it wasn't one play. And I was like, just say, though, he didn't play well in Four Nations.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he didn't make the fucking team.
I am utterly disgusted and shocked that you said that is the big surprise.
On D. I was just doing the defenseman.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Because there's insanity happening in forwards.
Dude. We said with Team Canada, every single person on Team Canada belongs on that team.
Yeah.
I think that there are a few people on this team that I am utterly shocked by, and I am not in the business of calling guys out and going, you should not be on this team, because I care about people. Sorry, everyone.
Yep.
If you want a hot take, you're not going to get it from me. It is fucking lunacy that Jason Robertson is not on this team.
I don't even know.
It is, Chris, it is utter lunacy that the guy who is 9th in the NHL in points, first amongst American players in points, and is 7th in the NHL in goals, second amongst American players behind Matt Boldy in goals, and is not on this team is truly wild to me. Truly wild, and I will never get it.
It literally makes no sense.
I'll never get it, and guys in the league know better than I do. Coaches, executives in the league know better than I do. However, man, I am so sick of this one-dimensional knock on him. Like, people going, oh, yeah, he kind of does one thing, and I'm like, okay.
What? So pump in points?
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, he does one thing. He scores goals and gets points. Great. Sounds like someone you could fucking use. And I'm sorry, dude. We saw last year when Dallas went fucking night-night against Edmonton, who was the only guy who kept scoring.
Yes.
The only guy who got them out of it while hurt. It was Jason Robertson. And I'm like, you're telling me that a 6'3" guy who is leading Americans in points is not valuable on this fucking team? And the amount of people were like, oh yeah, you need him to play D, you need him to do this, that. And I'm like, dude, first of all, he's not bad 200 feet. I think he's actually a good 200-foot player, but more so than that, I'm like, someone else do that.
Yeah.
Like, this is a top 2-line guy.
Yes, exactly, dude. That's the biggest thing. I'm like,
It's
he's the guy.
fucking
He's
nuts,
the goal
dude.
scorer.
And like, I'm also, before we get into more of this, I am going to say, I mentioned earlier, we had conversations with guys just the other day with guys in the league right now who are Canadian talking about this roster, and they went, fucking great news for us. USA's roster is great news for us. That is something that was said by Canadian players. And I'm like, dude, yes, agree. Like, it's just, there are more guys that we can get into, but I'm like, Jason Robertson not being on this team is fucking crazy to me.
So, and I do want to stress here, I'm happy. You just named someone you were happy for, Clayton Keller. I'm also super happy for Clayton Keller. I'm happy for everyone that made this team. It's an amazing honor. So I'm truly not being like, I wish you were off the team. But in all the previews from every outlet, Daily Faceoff, NHL, ESPN, looking at everything, Vinny Trocheck was on a lot of them. JT Miller was on none of them. Like, he had dropped off pretty much everyone's, because they would update it every month. You know, preseason JT Miller was projected to be on. And then every month it was like, oh, he's a bubble. And now he's off. And even Trocheck was kind of bouncing around. Trocheck and JT Miller and Brock Nelson all making this team. And I said in our predictions, I give Brock Nelson a lot of flowers because I was mad about him making it last time. And I said he deserves to be in the conversation this time. I didn't pick him, but I was like, he should be right there. And he obviously did make it. He's been great the last 20 games or whatever. Those guys all getting in, and a guy like Clayton Keller, who, to your point, dude, what is he even listed at? 5'10".
5'10", yeah.
And having the worst year of his career, or not the worst year of his career, but like the worst year since 2019, And I don't know how you look. Robo gave an interview where he goes, I felt like I'd done enough to make this team. I don't know how you look him in the face. I don't know how you make that phone call. What's the fucking Netflix golf show called? Full Swing.
Full Swing, yeah.
When they recorded Zach Johnson calling Keegan Bradley saying you didn't make the Ryder Cup team, even though you completely deserve to be on there, I was like, man, this sucks so much. I wish so badly there was a recorded call on a documentary to Jason Robertson when they were like, hey, we're not taking you because we're taking Clayton Keller, who has 13 goals and 23 assists for 36 points in 42 games. I don't know how you look him in the fucking face and say that. And I'm not disrespecting Clayton Keller. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and I'm so pumped for him to have this opportunity. But I'm like, this guy does what you want. This guy was gonna play wing on this team, and Robo is doing that better.
Yeah.
So some of those decisions are baffling to me in a time when you felt like how much shit was there when Kyle Connor wasn't playing in the gold medal game, and you're like, we need goals, we need to put these guys on the ice, and I'm like, you're now leaving goal scorers home. It says 5 of the top 10 American-born scorers in the NHL didn't make this team. 5 of the top 10 were not picked, and I'm like, what, dude? What are we doing?
Yeah. That feels crazy. Like, who are those 5? Like, literally goals scored?
Points.
Oh, point scorers. Yeah.
Points in the league. 5 of the top 10.
And who is that? That's going to be Robo. It's going to be,
let's see.
I would guess Caulfield. Is he up there?
Probably. Oh, yeah. I wanted to say that, too. People were so shook about Caulfield and Tage, but Caulfield last year at Four Nations, I remember everybody being like, how could you leave that type of scoring at home? Yeah. I want that rage for Robo right now.
Correct.
Like, he
has more goals.
Baffling to me that anyone, and again, I love Cole Caulfield. Anyone could be mad about Cole Caulfield right now when Jason Robertson's not there. I'm like, what in the fuck is happening? I wanted to read this to you, Dan, because, and everybody, I highly recommend, Greg Wyshynski did an article on ESPN.com. The headline is Grading the 2026 Olympic Rosters. So go Google that and go find it if it's not on the homepage anymore. He does a breakdown of everybody, and then this is what he says. I don't think you've read this yet, right? I want you to experience this in real time. This is what he says about finishing the USA roster. This roster was constructed to beat Canada, but not be Canada. And it's high time Team USA starts acting like it's just as talented as its rivals. It's the frustrating part about being an American hockey fan. The Miracle on Ice has red, white, and blue-pilled the brains of hockey executives for decades that heart, grit, and work rate are the fundamental difference between USA Hockey and the Canadians and the Russians, to use two elite talent examples. For years, it was the blue-collar aesthetic of the Americans trying to grit their way to another miracle. Some of this was due to a talent disparity with other hockey nations, but that's since been corrected, thanks to USA Hockey's growth and the roots put down by NHL expansion. There was also a team construction mindset that Team USA needs rosters with veterans who humbly accept roles rather than young stars who might, emphasis on might, not be able to do so. And that's how you go nearly 5 decades without Olympic men's hockey gold.
Yeah.
Pick the fucking good team, dude.
Yeah.
Pick the all-star
Listen,
team.
I said earlier when we were talking about Canada, I do believe in building a roster, but I think I said, and if I didn't, I'm sorry, and I'm saying it now, to an extent.
Yep.
Because when I look at what you just mentioned, that stat, the 5 of the top 10, Jason Robertson, 8th in the NHL in points, not on the team. Scroll down just a little bit. You get to, Lane Hudson, 30th in the NHL as a defenseman, not on the team. Alex DeBrincat, 31st in the NHL, not on the team. Cole Caulfield, 35th in the NHL, not on the team. Trevor Zegras, 36th in the NHL, not on the team. Troy Terry, 37th in the NHL, not on the team. 39th, Cutter Gauthier in the NHL, 39th in the NHL, not on the team. And on and on. Matthew Nice, 45th in the NHL, not on the team. On and on it goes. And I do believe when we're talking about roster construction for the Olympics, and we're talking about top 50 players in the NHL, and there are that many USA guys
it's amazing.
that don't make this team. It's a little tough. And you know, we talk about it, right? What is it? 24 guys make this team? Or 20,
25, 22 skaters,
yeah.
3 goalies, I think, yeah.
You can't take everybody, obviously. I get it. But, you know.
But take the good guys.
It's...
I wanted to say this, Dan, too.
It's just tough, Chris. It's like you know, there are interesting elements like Jack Hughes and the Tkachuk brothers. Significant injuries this year. That's going to keep them off of that top 50 list. And those are guys, specifically the Tkachuk boys, that I'm like, no questions asked. Obviously, they are on this team. There are other guys, again, when you look at it from the perspective of what we said is like, did you do enough to make this team? All those guys we just listed, I think that they, not naming any names, look at a few guys on this roster and go, how the fuck are they on there over me?
Yes.
And I think it's fair.
I would love to talk to them in private and be like, well, how do you feel right now? And like, tell me the fucking truth and name names because they would have an opinion.
It's also one of those tough things, Chris, where it's like, this is not something you can hold a grudge against.
Of course.
You grow up praying and hoping every day that you can have the honor to put on this USA sweater again, because a lot of these guys played World Juniors, if not all of them. And when this happens, you want to be like, fuck you, but you can't. So it's just such a brutal situation.
This is the last thing I want to say about it, and I was trying to find this clip. I'll do another dive. It's either our Four Nations predictions or our Four Nations something while it was happening. I made a comment to you that I think you agreed with, but it occurred to me in real time that the Four Nations experience had a level of importance that I didn't anticipate in exactly this, which is if you make that roster and then you go and you compete together and you start building that bond up that has been missing for 12 years, or I guess it was 11 years then, you know, if you start building that national team bond that had been missing for a decade, all of a sudden you are part of that group. And it is hard to unseat you in a weird way that I think people weren't expecting, because they were like, oh, this is just this trial four-nation tournament round robin. Olympics will be, you know, this whole thing, and then we're back. And I think it really shone through with America more than Canada. Canada a little bit, but it really came through with this American team, because Bill Guerin made a point that he said we picked for chemistry. And I go, okay, then that chemistry, quite literally, you only mean Four Nations. So Vinny Trocheck, JT Miller, Brock Nelson, like these guys are making the team because they were on the team.
Yes.
And that is really fair or unfair, because why didn't you make the team last year then? Cat or Tage or what, you know what I mean? Tage made it this time. But Cole,
100%.
Whatever. Robo had a worse year last year. He ended up being completely fine, but he wasn't playing that well last year. Didn't make it. It's almost like you didn't make this Olympic team because of last year. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh, that's what's happening right now. This is going to be hard to break into this group now that they've bonded. And now it just gets worse. Now, Robo, you've missed an Olympics. So then in 2 years when they do a World Cup of Hockey, they're probably like, let's keep the boys. Let's keep Clayton Keller. He was here for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now all of a sudden you're fucked and you're in quicksand, which sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of crazy.
No, it's fucking brutal. I don't think there's anything more to say, unless you have any more thoughts. But
go USA.
I will say, yeah, go USA. Listen, we're Americans. We're rooting for USA. I do not feel nearly as confident as I think that we could feel.
Agreed,
and I think that that's a huge mistake.
A great closing point, because I was coming into this for fucking gold, dude. I was coming for butts.
Yeah.
And now I'm worried.
I just want to breeze over, again, there's other great rosters, but Team Sweden.
Yep.
Forwards, Jesper Bratt, Leo Carlsson, Joel Eriksson, Philip Forsberg, Pontus Holmberg, Adrian Kempe, Gabriel Landeskog, Elias Lindholm, William Nylander, Elias Pettersson, Ricard Raquel. By the way, Ricard Raquel is so good.
I know, it's actually
people
crazy.
Just forget it. Lucas Raymond, Alexander Wenberg, Mika Zibanejad. On D, Rasmus Andersson, Philip Broberg, Jonas Brodin, Rasmus Dahlin, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Gustav Forsling, Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, and in net, Philip Gustafsson, Jacob Markstrom, and Jesper Wallstedt.
Great team.
Great team. The Wall of St. Paul.
Yeah,
making the team
special.
Absolutely fires me up. You kind of reacted to it. Pontus Holmberg, awesome. And Wallstedt, awesome. I do think there are a few snubs here.
Okay.
I think Mikael Backlund he is a little older. He only has 15 points in 40 games, but he felt like he was going to be like a vet guy that they definitely brought. The Matthias Ekholm not getting in and Broberg getting in for a lot of Edmonton fans, I feel like was a dagger.
Yeah.
But I'm here to say, Spin Zone, this is good. You want Ekholm to not be playing
rested,
this
dude.
tournament,
Yeah,
so he can
agree.
rest. I could have seen Emil Heineman getting on the team with how fucking electric he has been for the Islanders. I also think Mojo, dude, is just so fucking good for the Wild right now. He's got 32 points in 39 games. I'm like, wow, shocked he didn't make it. And then I am actually a little bit blown away that Hampus Lindholm is not on this team.
Yeah, especially with the year.
He's just back, dude. He eats minutes. He was injured for 4 Nations last year, so he didn't make it. And I'm like, I really think he belongs on this team. So, but all that to say, fucking good team.
Great team. Really good team.
And then not as many Finns, but Joel Armia, Sebastian Aho, Mikael Granlund, Erik Haula, Rupe Hintz, Capo Kakko, Oliver Kapanen, Joel Kiviranta, Arturi Lehkonen, Anton Lundell, Eetu Luosterainen, Mikko Rantanen, Toivo Teravainen, Eli Tolvanen, and then on D, Heiskanen, Joki Harju, Esa Lindell, Olli Mata, Nicholas Matinpalo, I think I got it right, Nico Mikkola, and Rasmus Ristolainen, as well as Mikko Lehtinen. Team is also very good.
Good, but
surprised Matias Maccelli didn't make it.
Yeah, and the Finns always actually impress me in gameplay. Like, I always go into these tournaments saying that they're a half step below, but they are dangerous.
Yeah, no doubt. That's it. That's our Olympic roster breakdown chat.
Let's take an ad break.
Let's take an ad break. I'm just still reeling about Robo.
It's insane, dude.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Guys, the Winter Classic has happened, which means we are in it in the hockey season. It's go time. Right now till the cup, it is hockey, everything. And every Tuesday of the NHL season, BetMGM is giving you an incredible offer with an NHL Odds Boost token. And here's how you join, okay? You log into your BetMGM account and you add an NHL wager to your bet slip. Anything you want, seriously. Anytime, goal scores, money line, spreads, over-unders, whatever. Then you activate the Odds Boost token. If your boosted bet hits, then you get an even bigger payout, which is fantastic. And if you haven't joined the BetMGM family yet, do so right now. Download that app and use promo code NETTERS. That's NETTERS when you sign up. And you can enjoy up to $1,500 in a new player offer on your first wager. Enjoy the new player offers and enjoy the odds boost token. Use BetMGM. Use that promo code because it is legendary. We are back. We just broke down some Olympic rosters, and we actually got asked a question at the meet and greet at the bar, the Bright Side. Shout out the Bright Side.
Oh, my God. Unbelievable bar.
That was sick, dude. I didn't realize it was like hockey dapped up.
Yeah, we talked to the owners, incredible people. They say they chameleon a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's like that day was hockey day.
Yeah.
So they go all in. They do it for Premier League. They do it for college football.
American football. Yeah.
American football, but like they know what they're doing. Like they are hockey people.
Shuttle us to the rink. It was, and dude, it was, oh my God, like downtown Miami or South Miami, it was sick. So anyway, incredible bar. But some fans asked us, because the Olympic rosters was the hot topic. Everybody was debating and had their takes and whatever. Yeah. And of course, always the Russian roster comes up. Like, look how good could they be? And we
might need to do that next episode.
Yeah.
We might need to like build the. You know what was funny though? Sorry.
What?
They don't have centers in the league.
Dude, okay, so they're not that good. They have elite top talent.
It's crazy.
But when you look at the whole roster, I want everyone to pump the brakes a little bit.
Like Evgeny Malkin is probably first-line center on that team.
Yeah.
Like it's him or Demidov.
So they're not that good, but where they are that good is goalie. And everyone was like, what three would you take? And you're talking Bob, Vasi, Sorokin, Shesty. I think we agree. But if you were building the Russian team right now, and I said, you get three goalies. And here are their numbers so far this year. Bob, 284, 885. Vasi, 236, 911. Sorokin, 255, 910. Shesty, 247, 912. Three goalies.
Yeah, I mean, we're agreeing that Shesterkin, Bob, and Vasi are the obvious goalies on the team.
Do you think it's obvious?
Yes. Sorokin does not make this team.
Because his numbers are way better than Bob's, but
Doesn't
you just
matter.
take Bob because he's won 2 cups and he's a dog.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorokin is unbelievable. He does not make this team.
Could you take him over Shesty?
No.
Sorokin.
Shesty's starting. Shesty's the best goalie.
Vasi's starting for sure.
How can you possibly say Vasi
got better numbers.
I don't give a fuck, dude. You're doing that just because he has 2 cups. You know who also has 2 cups more recently? Bob.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do that, Bob is starting.
It could be Bob. I might start Bob.
I think Shesterkin is like, if you want to play the numbers game, like the only reason that the New York Rangers aren't in dead last place in the NHL is because of him.
That's correct. They actually kind of like are, aren't they?
He is fucking incredible.
So Sorokin gets left home, but he's an incredible talent. I think you're probably right, but I also think people sleep on Sorokin a little bit. I'm not sure he's.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I'm not sure he's not. Like, who do you think are the best goalies in the league?
Right now,
yeah.
Who are the best goalies in the league? The best goalies in the league are Igor Shesterkin.
Those 4 Russians.
Yeah.
Then I'm not saying in order, but I'm saying those 4 Russians.
Logan Thompson,
LT,
Connor Hellbuck, Jeremy Swayman.
3 Americans.
Yeah. Spencer Knight is up there for me.
Wall of St. Paul.
Yeah, fucking Wallstead
maybe.
For sure.
And maybe Knight. Am I forgetting anybody big?
Definitely, we're forgetting tons of people big.
But I'm saying top 10. Like, are those the top 10 goalies? Maybe.
Brandon Bussey, number 1.
Bussey 1. But I'm saying Sorokin, like, those Russians could be, like, in the top 6.
Oh, dude, yeah. They're insane.
I'm like, oh, shit, dude. Are you
I mean, like, we got to mention both the Woods. Like,
fair. Both the Woods. Yeah, maybe overnight.
I also think Grubauer's disgusting. I also think
you let Kemper.
I love Darcy Kemper, absolutely.
But Sorokin's way up there, dude, and I think I sleep on him a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But you got to go Bob.
You got to go Bob.
You got to go Bob. Okay, World Juniors, Dan.
Yeah, let's just do a quick touch base on the disaster that is World Juniors.
Yep.
USA eliminated by the Finns in the quarterfinal.
No medals.
And then for the 3rd straight year, Canada eliminated by Czechia.
Oh, it's been the Czechs every year. I didn't even realize
3
that.
straight years.
Wow, that's funny.
Fucking dicked down.
So
we
yeah,
got a Sweden Czechia final,
which is going to be a great game. Sweden has been
game.
incredible. Sweden has looked like the best team in this tournament.
I agree completely.
But with the Czechs hot on their heels because they gave Canada a hell of a game in the round robin that they lost.
Yeah.
And this one was a hell of a game, too. A slugfest, back and forth, crazy last 3 minutes. Our boy Porter Martone ties the game with like 2.5 minutes left, and then the Czechs get 2 more to win it. And the Sweden-Finland game was amazing, as those games always are. Finland late tie, Sweden wins in a shootout. I kind of wish the World Juniors was continuous OT.
Oh, I hear that.
Just like, because do it 3-on-3 even.
Yeah,
like just go, because like the shootout is, I guess you get epic moments, Troy Terry moment doing his Oshie thing, but I kind of like the OT winner.
Yeah. But we got the games tonight.
Yep. It's going to Canada, Finland is going to tip off imminently.
Yeah.
Canada, weirdly, obviously they've lost. They can't win gold again, but I weirdly think they need to get this medal. Like if they go no medal again, I'm like,
honestly,
bro.
I don't think it matters. Like if you're
pissed.
Canada, like bronze, like they're gonna be like, we got the bronze. Like no, like
good point.
I'd almost rather just get no medals and just like realize that you are a disaster. But dude, it's gonna be a great game.
Yep.
Sweden Czechia is gonna be a great game. I'm obviously pulling for Sweden.
Yep.
But it's gonna be awesome.
No, they were the 2 best teams. I'm pumped for them. USA. It's harsh to be like disaster because you lost to Finland, who's very good. Yeah. But just you had to win that game. You had to win that game. You were up late, or you were up, and then you went down, and then USA tied it late. But still, you just got to find a way to bring that home on home ice. That was a stacked roster. Yeah. Chaos. Biz gave a great rant on his thing about the state of Canadian hockey, which I highly recommend people go watch on IG, because it has become, the youth system has become about the money. Yeah, in our country too, but it's actually sad because you want to keep building that. But anyway, sick tournament. I'm pumped to watch the game tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Let's do a quick rundown. Netters College puck drop.
Yep.
We're in a bit of a break over the holidays, but we got some games over the weekend.
Yeah, they picked up slightly. There was a fair amount of games, but not a ton, not a full slate. So next week we'll tackle it when they are all the way back.
Oh, yeah.
Some games of note that happened over Christmas. On December 29th, Western Michigan went to Wisconsin and beat them 4-1. And dude, we were all on the Wisconsin train.
Oh yeah, but you've also been big on Western Michigan being like people are sleeping.
Anybody.
Yeah.
So that's a fucking huge win. And then this past weekend, Maine went to Denver, beat them 5-2 Friday, tied 3-3 Saturday.
Unbelievable split for Maine. That is a great result.
Yep.
Fantastic. Games to look forward to this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Western Michigan currently ranked 7 at Denver, currently ranked 6.
Yep.
Those will be fantastic.
I'm excited. Those are my boys. Those are 2 great teams. Yeah, I have both of them being in the mix late.
All right, let's take another break. Quick ad break. We'll be right back. Babes, talking to you about the greatest name in hockey, and that is Bauer. Every single day of the week, it is not close. When it comes to gear, getting you fitted on the ice, Bauer is doing it better than anyone else in the space, and they have been for decades and decades and decades. But also on top of that, all of their gear is the best. All of my workout gear, my lounge gear, joggers, hoodies, jackets, things like that, it is all Bauer. I am not kidding you. It's the highest quality. It's fantastic. But I got to talk to you about a stick right now. The Bauer Pulse has changed the game in so many ways. It's unbelievable. This is the first stick of its kind. Their latest kick point innovation is unreal. It's powered by 2 distinct energy zones in the shaft. The stick is designed to adapt to your game with the loadability and precision of a mid kick and the explosive, unexpected release of a low kick. Goaltenders will have no idea what's hitting them. My favorite part, though, is the raised lettering on the stick. It feels like a grip, but it doesn't have that sticky vibe. It's just a texture vibe that makes you feel the stick even better. It's incredible. It's got all the favorite curves you like, flexes you like, no question about it. Go make sure you grab the Bauer Pulse right now if you are trying to elevate that game, because truly, I've never used anything like it. It is unbelievable. Like we have said, folks, Bauer is the only name in the game when it comes to having the best gear and getting your game to the next level. So make sure you go to Bauer.com, check it all out, and get yourself fitted up.
Welcome back to the show. And I'm actually sad Sean's not here because we have the much anticipated conclusion.
Oh, damn, we're finishing?
We have finished pucked. Many forget that this is how this all started for us.
Damn.
Dan. We have finished pucked, and I was so invested. I know I got you there too, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I actually can't believe, dude, that there are 7 of these now that I know where we end.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so as you'll recall, Alex had publicly said he's just friends with Violet because of an endorsement from his agent who was like, "You're the most eligible bachelor."
Yeah.
And Violet freaks out, and they're like, Alex is in the middle of the playoffs, and then he gives a magazine interview where he's like, I love Violet, and it's all that I think about and all that I care about. And that's like where we leave off. Like he comes to her house, and her neighbor's like, go away, dude. She doesn't want to talk to you. But that's where we are. So, Dan, there were only 2 chapters left in the book. And then, well, I'll just go in order. Basically, the article comes out, and everybody's like, you gotta read this. Like, oh my God. And then and he sends her a clip of it. So like she sees and hears and reads that he's like, I love her publicly. Yeah. Then they go to, it's like game 6 of the finals. And she goes to the game. They win the cup, and Alex scores the OT winner to win the cup. And then she like goes down to the locker room because like, remember her friends like dating the other Hawks teammate, all this shit. So like they go down to the locker room, and he's like, "Oh, you're here." He saw her when he's on the ice, but he's like, "You're here," and it's like all she thinks about. And they go party together, and they're hooking up, and like things are all is well in the world, dude. You know, like she's like, I love you, but like that you hurt my feelings, don't ever do that again. And he's like, I could never hurt your feelings.
We won the cup.
Yes.
Chicago won the cup.
Dude, Chicago wins the cup. He is the captain, scores the OT winner, and like everything is amazing. Yeah. And she's like, you know, there's
what about Buck? Did he assist?
Yeah, no, but her friend Charlene's boyfriend did assist on it.
Okay. I love how everyone's just dating everyone.
Dude, and it's a
team.
ridiculous play description, Dan. It's like Alex comes down the ice, he passes back to Buck, and then sneaks all the way around the net to the other post, and then Buck passes it back. And I'm like, they didn't even see him.
Backdoor tap in.
See him.
Come on.
So then it's like, okay, now they're dating, you know, and it's like all good. And they are hanging out. I think they go. They actually go to a cottage. He's like, I want to take you to the cottage. I swear to God, they go to the cottage. Then, dude, so I finish, and it's like, you know, we love each other.
Yeah.
And then it says epilogue, and I'm like, wow, epilogue. So I read the epilogue, and in that, he's like, they're going on a trip, I think, and he's like, yeah, let's go on this trip. And then he's like, I'm packing my bag, I packed this, we got to get to the airport. Right before we leave for the airport, I just checked to make sure the Tiffany box is is in my bag, dude. We got a ring, okay, Dan? We got a ring. So, epilogue, we're getting married, and I'm like, wow, perfect conclusion, proposal accepted, amazing. Exclusive bonus content.
You're fucking kidding me. We're doing a Marvel ending here.
Extended epilogue.
A pucked extended epilogue.
I was like, oh my God.
Dude, Iron Man will return in the puck extended epilogue.
So then, dude, he goes, dude, I was actually kind of let down a little bit because he teaches her to skate. He rents out a rink, and he's like, I want to teach you to skate. That's the extended epilogue.
That is it? That's all that happens?
Well, I mean, obviously they get into some shit, which I'll tell you about, but it's extended epilogue. And then he's like, okay, this is great. And then this is the end, dude. He carries her down the hall to the locker room, and it says, every day with Violet is an adventure. She is my cue on a triple word score. You remember that? She's my cue on a triple word score, my favorite person and my future wife, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my days loving her. And I'm like,
it's incredible.
There are 6 more books. I'm like, what happens, dude? Is it not them?
I'm starting to realize that these romance hockey smut books might just be vignettes of lovely life together.
Yeah, and then it's like
that's great.
New couple.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, there's no way there's more about them. Okay, so here are the highlights from this. So, okay, this one, this is her still pissed, right? Like they haven't recouped, and she's like, I haven't seen him for weeks. And I was kind of rattled because she's been trying to see you for weeks, and I'm like, so the cup would be over. Like, we've had all our heated rivalry time jumps that I'm like, no one has any clue.
We're not talking about timelines.
Yeah, no one has any clue. This dude is here, a guy who used to deliver all of Alex's gifts to her. So he like sees out all the time. His name's Fred. He sees her at a bar. So he comes up and he's like kind of hitting on her. And he goes,
Fred.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
Dude.
He goes, so I read you and the hockey player aren't a couple or anything. He kicks the leg of my chair.
The hockey player? He wasn't like working for Alex. He was just like a random.
No, he's like works for FedEx. He's the FedEx guy, dude. I'm serious. He kicks the leg of my chair while he stares at the top of the table. It's all anyone asks me about these days. I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of missing Alex. Nope. Looks like we're just friends, even though I've had his dick in my mouth.
Oh.
Imagine
to the FedEx guy. Good God, woman.
Dude, you remember that movie, The Holiday?
Yeah.
Do you remember the opening scene when the dude doesn't get presents for the girl? Like the dude that she gets with.
Yes.
And he's like, I didn't get you presents. I didn't think we knew each other well enough yet. And she goes, you know me well enough to come in my mouth.
Yeah. Dude. Jesus Christ. Well, you know what, man? You're heartbroken. Some guy's hitting on you when you don't want that to be happening. Yeah, fucking just say what's on your mind. I love
Okay,
it.
this is Helena bag work with her metaphors.
Hell yeah.
Right? And remember these?
Yep.
Dude, so
Do I remember
she
these?
gets back to her apartment and Alex has been there because there's like a gift waiting, and Miss Bullock is her neighbor who's like her older neighbor who always sees like Alex was here. It says, Miss Bullock must have been waiting for me to get home because she pokes her head out the door, cigarette dangling from her lips like a semi-flaccid burning penis. What?
What? Why ever?
First of all,
Why ever?
first of all-
Can you imagine walking up to someone who's smoking a cigarette and going like, just going, looks like you got a semi-flaccid burning dick in your mouth. That is crazy work, Helena.
First of all,
I like the inclusion. There's two things I love in there. Semi-flaccid, great. And then burning.
but why?
Didn't need it.
I feel like a cigarette is holding its shape, dude. Like a cigarette isn't
Yeah, it's not,
semi-flaccid at
it's
all.
not kind of
dude.
floppy.
It's a rock hard
Yeah.
micro penis.
Yeah, it's probably hard. It's there's no droop to that cigarette.
cigarette dangling from her lips like a semi-flaccid burning penis.
That is,
And dude, when have you?
and you're right. That's truly bag work. Like Helena Hunting knows that you are reading that and is like, good God.
oh, I lost it, dude. And why is it burning? Have you ever seen a burning dick before?
Oh,
That is insane, dude. Okay. Oh yeah. So she reads the article and finds out that he loves her. She goes to bed, takes a nap. It says, I have the weirdest dreams ever. Alex's monster cock is a superhero. He saves me from a giant boob ball that's rolling through the streets and crushing people. Super penis has googly eyes and he talks out of the cum hole. His balls are his feet. His balls are his feet, and he wears a red cape with MC emblazoned on it.
monster cock, dude.
And he has a little mustache and a French accent. Talks out of the cum hole. Talks out of the cum hole is so good.
well, the calling the urethra the cum hole is just incredible work. But also, I love Helena so much for how often she goes so R-rated and then so PG.
Yeah.
Like the monster cock into like boob ball is
Boob
just
balls rolling down.
is just so fucking funny.
Okay, that fucking killed me. All right, so then we're in it, dude, and they're going to the game. Oh yeah, so dude, they win the cup, Dan.
Yeah.
And it says they go down to the locker room. She's down there, and he's like, and they kiss, dude. But then, and you know, because they have a mini apology, but she's like, we need a conversation. Like, I need to talk to him still.
Yeah.
So then it says, an hour into the party, this is the cup. They're in the locker room. An hour into the party, Alex switches to water and stops accepting drinks. I follow suit, aware we should be sober for our inevitable talk. He just won the fucking
No,
cup.
I have zero issue with
Dan,
this.
and
I have zero issue with this. Love, dude. That is love.
That is
I have zero
that is
issue
a
with this.
tragedy, dude. I could not fucking believe that.
Zero issue.
Okay, this isn't as good, but this is bag work. He's apologizing for a million things. I'm sorry for this. And she says, it's a decent list. I want so badly to forgive him and move on, but he ripped my heart out and high-sticked it into the dumpster. I'm like,
Incredible. Incredible. High sticked it.
I sticked it right into the dumpster, dude. That's what you do with the high stick. You high stick.
Why not just shot it?
Dude, he high sticked.
Took a slap shot
He
with
high
it.
sticked it into the dumpster. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just insane. They're home. They're hooking up. He leaves the team and just takes her home, which is
Yeah.
like so brutal. And she's like, "You won the cup tonight." And he's like, "Yeah, we did." And she goes, "You scored the winning goal." I rub my hands over his shoulders and down his back. He goes, "Does that make you hot?" His eyes light up in the most devilish way. Everything about you makes me hot. Watching you play makes me so wet. I brought extra panties so I could change between innings. And then he says they're called periods.
Okay, thank God.
They're called periods in hockey. Innings are for baseball. Alex sits back on his knees and pops the button on my pants. I know that. I said it to see if he's paying attention. And I'm like, what?
Weird time to shit test him, but all right. Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Dude? He won the cup an hour ago. You've taken him out of the party, and now you're like innings quizzing him.
Yeah.
Grinding on him. Okay, so then now it's like they've won the cup. All is well. They're dating. You'll just love this. Since he lost his eligible bachelor thing, he was like, I'm not going to get any endorsements, but his public declaration.
Imagine being the captain. Hold on, timeout. Imagine being the captain of the Stanley Cup winning team and being worried about not being a bachelor for endorsement reasons. I think we're going to be okay.
So I forgot to tell you this, dude. And keep in mind, this came out in like 2008, right? Alex is on the ice, and the microphone gets put in his face. How does it feel to score the winning goal? It feels good to come through for my team on such an important night. We work together to make it happen. I'm proud of my teammates for bringing the cup home.
Yeah.
And then he scans the crowd and then grabs the mic and says, I need to say one more thing. Violet Hall, I'm an idiot for not saying this sooner. I'm in love with you. On the ice, at the cup, into the mic.
Incredible.
So because of that, he gets way more endorsements. And Violet says, my personal favorite is his endorsement for Trojan condoms, Magnums. And I'm like, dude. There was a guy in the league who's just like the Magnum dude.
Could you imagine the face of Magnum Trojan condoms?
Can you imagine?
Dude, his monster cock is literally a superhero.
Yeah. So then here, they're at her place. The neighbor's playing music and it's pissing them off, and the neighbor has a crush on Violet. So Alex is like, I want to fuck you against the wall so he can hear. And it says,
wait. Who?
Alex wants to fuck Violet against the wall of her apartment because her neighbor who joins the wall has a crush on her and is playing loud music, and Alex is annoyed.
Oh, okay.
So this is first bag work, then funny. She goes, he pulls out his monster cock, and it says, look, listen to this line. I'm naked in a flash. My clothes literally incinerate off my body thanks to Alex's smoldering gaze. Not really. Like, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
The not really there is fucking incredible.
I mean, the inclusion of literally was a choice.
Like,
Are we implying that actually they catch fire?
So then, dude, he's pounding, okay? And then it says, when he finally comes, he leaves a dent in the drywall with the side of his fist.
I thought she was about to imply that the rope he shot dented the drywall.
When he finally comes, he leaves a dent in the drywall with the side of his fist. I can't stand on my own after. He sets me down. At first, he's worried he hurt me. And then he realizes he's fucked me until I can't walk again.
Good.
I'm like, yes, dude. Okay, so Dan, then we get to the epilogue, right?
I don't think people understand how graphic these books are.
Yeah, book done. Everyone's in love. You know, they're like, you're my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
They go to the airport. And the last epilogues are Alex chapters. And he goes, she's talking about, hooking up. And he goes, see what you've done? I motion to my crotch. I'm sure we can work it out. Violet lowers the books, taunting me. This is Alex. Boobs are the best thing ever created. Here. Dude, then he goes,
man, every time Helena says boobs, it
it's
makes
so
me crack
good.
up. Boobs are such a funny word.
Boobs are the greatest thing ever created.
Boobies. I love boobies.
He gets, she agrees to give him roadhead on the way to the airport.
Okay.
And I just thought this was great. He says, once we're on the road, Violet fiddles with the radio, ducks under her seatbelt, and follows through with her problem-solving strategy. I recline the seat to give her more room to do her thing. She's considerate enough to put her hair in a ponytail so I can see what she's doing while she's doing it.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Good God, Alex.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this is him too. She's like, is there indoor plumbing at the cottage? And then it says, she grumbles something about it not being funny as she searches in her bag. Producing a lip balm, she slathers it on liberally, making them glisten. It reminds me of what they look like when she pops off my dick. Like, dude, you're driving.
Good Lord.
So, Dan, then at the cottage, Alex takes a nap, and she dresses his dick up in a cape with googly eyes while he's asleep. And then he wakes up and he's like, what the fuck? And he's got like a French mustache on it and all this shit.
Oui.
Yeah, and then she starts to stroke him.
Get it?
And then,
like a wee.
Oh, really good, Dan. She starts to stroke him and he gets starts getting hard, and she's tied the cape too tight.
Oh, so it's now strangling monster.
And
cock.
dude, they have a fight. Like he's like, you almost like cut circulation off to my dick. And she's like,
This
I thought I
isn't
tied
the
it loose.
epilogue?
Yeah. And she has to get scissors, and he's like, get those scissors away from me. I'll do it. And like, she's like, I'm sorry. I thought Velcro would have chafed. And like, they have like a big fight about
almost strangling monster
cock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So then this is just Alex being like, I love how Alex is so fucking blunt. He goes, he's getting ready for the proposal. And he goes, I got to prep. And he goes, no problem. Dinner is covered. There's a salad in the fridge. All I have to do is put the steak and potatoes on the barbecue. Afterward, we can have dessert on the dock. I'll ask her to be my wife while we watch the sun go down. The mosquitoes better keep the fuck away. I'm like, go, dude, calm down.
There's just no need for that
Yeah,
in
like,
this
why,
moment
dude?
of the book.
Why? Okay, so, dude, then they start hooking up on the bed. It's like they're going to nap pre-dinner. And she pulls out her boobs and she's like, do you want to fuck these? And it says, Violet leans over the nightstand where we keep the lube for such occasions, which are admittedly frequent. The curtains are drawn, making it difficult to see. She rummages around in the drawer for a few seconds. Damn it, this isn't lube. She sits up, turning the package in her hands. What is this? It's at that very moment I realize what it is. The engagement ring.
Oh, stop it.
This is actually sick. This is actually like a good story, Pete. This isn't part.
Stop it.
This isn't part of the plan. I don't intend to ask her to be my wife prior to a tit fuck.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
So then he does, dude. Like she finds it, and then
Gotta pop the question.
That's it, dude. She finds it. Nightmare, and then I think I have one in the exam. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do it here. They're on the ice. He's teaching her how to skate, and it says, she's like, I can't do this, and he says, that they'll have a locker room quickie, then we can go home, have more sex, and for every minute she's out on the ice learning, he'll spend double that time with his face between those pretty thighs.
It's lovely. It's a lovely sentence.
She says, you're playing dirty, Alex. And he says, how many times do you think I can make you come with my mouth? What's our record? What is it? 6? Or wait, was it lucky 7? We could beat it today. All you have to do is get on the ice with me. I nuzzle into her neck and bite the edge of her jaw. And when you're boneless and you think I can't wring another orgasm out of that sweet little pussy of yours, I'll fuck you until you're screaming my name. I'm like, dude, you're teaching her to skate. Fucking settle down. You gotta fucking settle
Good
down.
heavens, man. When you're boneless, calm down.
And then the last one of Pucked ever. I just loved this thing.
We'd have to fucking wrap this up, dude.
Was he's talking about he now has to owe her that. And he goes, thanks for learning. And she said the promise of face to pussy resuscitation was a strong motivator. I was like, wow, dude. That's what I'll be calling it from now on. Thank you very much.
And that is Pucked.
That is Pucked.
Wow.
Now
What
I
a
gotta figure out
journey.
Either Puck 2 or something else. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see, for sure. Listen, that was a journey. I don't even know where to go from here. We've got to wrap this up with a beer league hotline.
Yeah, for sure.
And blind ranking, and then we'll get out of here if we can possibly calm down. So Sean is not here, so we have brought back in the OG.
Wow.
Anti-Netters producer, our dear sweet friend, Emily.
Yay, I missed you guys.
Same. Are you ready to do a beer league hotline?
I'm so ready to do a beer league hotline, and I'm so honored that you asked me to do a beer league hotline while you guys are hot and celebs, and I'm just, I've been here since day one, so don't forget that.
Day
When
one.
I try
Day
to
one.
clout grab off you guys, don't forget that I have been here since day one.
And we
we
might need
could-
Emily for the intro to hockey video. She
That's
might be,
true.
she might
Oh,
be a key
yes.
player in that series.
Emily would. I can't think of anyone better.
Agree.
Okay.
Yes, I'll come up with all the questions and non-answers for you.
Hit us with this beer league hotline.
Hockey has been so much fun. I played in high school, found a men's league team when I became a corporate 9-to-5 guy. Made some amazing friends, but I'm older now. Not that good anymore. And I have a couple kids, so I'm really low on time. I'm not interested in dropping down leagues and finding a new team. It's just time to stop. But I really don't want anyone to make a big deal about it, and my team would. How do I retire gracefully without anyone noticing?
this is the worst idea you've ever had in your entire life.
Because now everyone knows. Is that what you mean?
No.
Am I putting it on this?
Yeah, that, but more so, you cannot retire. Stay as long as you can. Do not retire, man.
Dude,
because I'll tell
there
you
are a couple people on our team, and I don't want to call them out on this, but there are a couple people on our team that I feel like are doing this right now.
Don't you dare retire. I also get you don't want to drop down leagues.
Because you have to find a whole new group.
Yep.
That's where I connected the most.
I can't imagine that you're hurting the team, so just stick it out. But I'll tell you this, when you retire and you realize that you want to get back into it, it's so much harder.
Yeah, you can't. No, you can't.
It's
You're out.
so much harder. So don't even open that door. Shut that door and stay on this team with your friends.
But you think there's a time when you get bad enough that you should stop, right?
Yeah, but even then, you got senior leagues.
Well, that's a new team. I kind of get being like, I don't want to find.
I
a
don't
whole
care.
New team.
The fastest route to friends is beer league hockey.
Yeah, I know. Oh, listen, I will be carted off the rink.
Yes.
I will die on the ice.
I will
someday.
be playing
I promise you that.
in an 80s plus league. If by some grace of God I
Yeah.
make it that old. But you
Me
can't
and
retire.
Putin, dude. I'll be getting Putin's league. We'll just cruise
There you
around.
go.
It'll be amazing.
You cannot retire. If you really feel like you need to drop down a league, do that. Because I don't care.
He says he doesn't want to do that.
I
So you
know,
have to
but
give
he-
him another option.
But he's worried. He's worried that he doesn't have the free time. He's worried about maybe meeting new friends. The second you leave this and you realize it's gone, you will never be more miserable in your entire life.
Yeah.
Think about your family. Think about your family. You're worried about not spending enough time with them. How about when you are a miserable wreck every day at home and now you're mean to your kids because you realize that the thing making you happiest in this life is gone? Think about your family. You can't do this to them.
And the wife's probably like, get out of the house.
Yeah,
Fuck
I want you gone.
Fuck you, you're quitting, dude. Join another league.
You can't do this.
Are you required to play when you're in a league, like certain amount of times?
No.
Yeah,
You could
no,
go and-
sometimes there's
yeah.
playoff. Like they're like, you have to have played 5
Yeah.
games to qualify for playoffs.
Yeah.
But
maybe
like,
he
do
just plays anyway.
people look down on you when you don't show up that much?
Yes. If you are on the team, well, it depends. If you have a team that has a lot of players and you're not struggling for bodies, if you don't come every now and then, that's fine. But if you're not showing up and now the team's short, that's always a huge bummer.
It's like the Friday Beers softball team,
Exactly like that. Exactly.
which
like
I
that.
will be fucking retiring from.
Yep. How are you going to do it? How are you going to quietly quit?
Well, I just don't care what people think, so I'm
Yeah.
just gonna get out of there and
I'm
be
gonna go,
like,
I fucking quit, bitches. Yeah.
The reason I did it was for exercise, and I didn't realize you don't exercise when you play softball. But
you just
you
stand
do
there.
when you
You
play
drink.
hockey, and therefore this man needs to be in shape and stay in shape. What is he going to do for exercise now? You're exercising regardless.
Yes.
If
M, go off.
So you might as well do it in a healthy environment where you already know how to play the sport.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you're not as good. Your presence is what matters.
Also, not to mention, beer league hockey's at like 10 p.m. Your
Yeah.
kids are in bed. You start going to the gym now. You're going in the middle of the day. That's actually losing time with your
Yep.
kid. You got to stay healthy. You got to keep working out. You cannot retire. I don't even want to give advice on how to retire,
Yeah,
but
'cause
if I
you
must,
don't.
because that is what Beer League Hotline is about, and we got to ask the question. You just play out the season, and then when the email comes in for the new season, you just send a quick picture of someone walking into the sunset and say, "Last year was it, boys." I love you.
Don't need a tour.
I
Don't
love
need
you.
anything. See you when I see you.
Yeah.
Or you could like fake an injury.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm hurt.
No, dude. I think you gotta, because I feel like that's that's essentially Irish exiting.
Yeah.
And we're not Irish exiting in
Canadian
2026.
goodbye
Yeah, we Canadian
Yeah, you
goodbye.
say sorry.
Yeah, just say sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's time for a Bauer Hockey Blind Ranking. Bauer brings us our favorite things in hockey every day of the week, from helmets to skates to gloves, and especially the Bauer Pulse, which is literally my favorite stick of all time. I am going to be sad when they someday make a new stick that I'll be like, well, I still want the Pulse because
Yeah, we'll just get it.
It's the GOAT. And today we are blind ranking MVP candidates at the halfway mark.
Ooh, I like it.
And Dan, I don't think it should be like how good they are.
No, it's who we think should be MVP.
Like worthy of MVP. Yep. Okay, Emily, take it away. First name.
First name, we're going to have to go with our boy Jack Eichel.
Ooh,
Very good.
that is
Very
our
good.
boy.
I might go. God, he would have been. He's an interesting one if they had been playing better.
I know.
Because I thought they were just, and they're in first place, so it's not they're playing bad, but they are, like, if they were a wagon right now, him and Marner, I was ready to be like, this could be Jack's MVP season.
Yeah, and he is the MVP of that team.
For sure.
42 points, like 33 games.
Yep.
But he has 30 some odd points less than the guys at the top, so we can't go that high. I'm like in 4 here.
How about...
He's just missed some
Yeah,
time.
how about 4? I'm
like
okay
4.
with 4. I'm okay with 4.
Yeah.
Okay, Em, who we got?
All right. Next, we're going to go Draisaitl.
I could maybe go 5.
What?
I could maybe go 5 here. They're worse than the Knights, and
Are
he's
you
not the best
out-
player on the Knights. Like, they're behind the Knights in the standings, and he's not the best player on his team. And Eichel is ahead of him in the standings and the best player on his team.
Leon's got so many more points.
Yep. How many points does he have?
57. But
Fif-
he's got 9 more games.
Yep. So I'm kind of like, what are we talking about here?
You're asking me to disrespect a man that I absolutely love.
Me too, but it's so only to put him the guy behind who is a legend and our friend.
I know.
I think it's 5.
Okay, 5.
Only if they've been playing
5.
better. 5. Okay, who we got?
Okay, next we're going to have to go Ilya Rozanov.
One.
Lock one. He literally has already won an MVP.
Yeah, didn't he like win way more points than normal?
Yeah, there was a
Then, like,
There was
should.
one line
Yeah,
where you're
there's a
like,
couple.
what?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. All right, next we are going to go Kucherov.
God, he's been robbed. He's been robbed 2 years in a row, but I
know.
think only maybe 3,
3.
right? Because
Yeah,
they've
no,
been
3.
so good.
3.
but But he's like a little low on points.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. 3.
All right. Next up we have McKinnon.
I think you go 1. You go 1 and be safe. You go 1 and be completely fine.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Right?
No,
'Cause, like-
there's absolutely zero safety required. 1.
Yeah. Because
I don't even know why I did that.
I was so confused. You were squirming
No,
around.
I think it was being like, he's obviously won, but then I was like, wait, we have 3, 4, 5 locked. Like,
Yep.
he's obviously won.
So all that's left is 2, and
Yeah.
currently, dude, I feel incredible.
I feel amazing.
Currently, I feel incredible. All we have left is 2. Emily, hit us.
I'm trying to pick like the worst person
Don't
ever.
do
But
it.
I don't have any knowledge, so I can't. Okay. We're going to have to go with the only other name on this list that I can confidently pronounce. We're going Connor McDavid.
It's a perfect list, Dan.
Perfect, absolutely
It's a
perfect
perfect list. It's a perfect list. It's a perfect list.
Absolutely perfect list. Emily, great job.
Yes, great pronunciation.
Yep.
Great list. Great names.
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I think people might be a little butthurt about 4 and 5, but you got to remember, it's the team situation and also way less games for Jack.
Way less games. Best player on his team. Better record.
I think it's lovely. This episode was lovely. Emily, you are lovely. Thank you for joining us and thank you for helping us.
The real ones would know who I am.
Correct.
Oh, the real ones are fired up
I actually
right now.
want to see that in the comments.
OG
People that have
fans.
been there since Emily early.
Yes.
And I get all my knowledge from only the best, which is you guys. So I only have you to thank for my pronunciation.
I love it. That's going to do it for us here at the Empty Netters podcast. We love you guys. Jump on, subscribe to the YouTube, buy some merch, do all the things. Most importantly, have some fun. And even more important than that,
Skate hard.